Medical marijuana proponents praising a new Obama administration policy. The Justice Department will no longer arrest users or suppliers in the 14 states that have approved medical marijuana laws.
For reaction, we're joined from a California marijuana dispensary.
Liquor.
It's called The Pharmacy by Jason McLeod. He works there and is also a medical marijuana user. Jason, thank you very much for being with us. Appreciate it.
Hi, how are you doing today?
We're fine. Now tell us exactly why you use marijuana.
Well, I do have ankylosing spondylitis, which basically is a degenerative joint disorder, which I'll give you an example. Like at one time I was 6'2", now I'm like 6'1" because of my disease.
Okay, so...
And I usually do...
Go ahead.
Excuse me? Well, I usually do take it for that, for joint disorders, more for like discomfort, more for stiffness, like morning stiffness and like evening stiffness, that sort of thing.
Okay, and so obviously it alleviates some of the symptoms here. You also work at this organization called the Pharmacy Customer, and tell us what you think of the new Obama administration move.
Well, it definitely does more legitimize what we're trying to accomplish here. Also, it does, it does give me a sense that I do feel safe enough that I can come into a establishment like this one and buy it off of a sanctioned, state-sanctioned store. Because we do follow all the laws that do come on down, and I'd rather get it here than, let's say, in the park or on the street or something like that, where I don't know where it's coming from.
Now, Jason, it's obvious that you have a beneficiary use of marijuana, and other people do as well. But does anybody ever come in just because they want to get high?
Well, we do discourage from that. Because they do have to have a doctor's recommendation in California here, and you have to be a resident of California. So we do have a screening process that we do go through first before we do allow people to even look at the cannabis products.
Jason, we're looking at some of the products that that you guys offer, but we're looking just a video. Can you hold up some of the things that you have? I understand you actually have the marijuana brownies as well as the liquids as well.
Yeah, like right here I have this Pharmacy lemonade right now. I do like it a lot because actually it's very good. It's actually really good because it's got all the labels on here, tells you the nutritional values and everything, and definitely does have the warning of a medical. But yeah, like I said, I do use it throughout the day because sometimes I just don't like inhaling or something like that. So it's very good for that way. Definitely it does help that way to get through the day. Because I don't want to be out and about smoking, so I do like to. If I do have a backache or my shoulder starts hurting, I like to have a sip of this sometimes. This does really help me a lot. So
now, how would that? Tell us exactly how that would compare to smoking a joint. Is that if you drink a bottle, would that equal one joint?
No, not necessarily. Basically, it depends on you and your weight and your metabolism mostly, because you're not going to get the same buzzy type of effects that you would get off of something that you would inhale. Because this is more of a calming, more of a relaxing type of feeling, so it does help get the stiffness out for me, definitely. And also, it doesn't really put you to sleep, too, because a little bit of that tea in there does help you to not get over-medicated or relax too much, as I should say.
Jason, let me just express what a lot of people are thinking. People are going to find doctors of ill repute who are going to get the notices, and then they'll be able to go in here, they'll get this marijuana, they'll maybe get behind the wheel of a car and hurt somebody. There's so much concern about the regulation of this. How can you ensure to people watching that this won't go to people who just want to get totally stoned, as what David mentioned before?
That is correct. That is our concern, too, because, we always tell people, please do not medicate while you're driving, or the best place to do it is at home, because there you're safe. Like when you are, let's say if you are a patient of Vicodin or something like that, you wouldn't normally go out and take a Vicodin pill and start driving. The same way with any of our cannabis products. I wouldn't go out, start driving after I had some brownies or even our medicated drink or anything like that.
Jason, I got to ask, the classic brownies, the hash brownies, do you have them?
We do have them available in many different doses. Yes, we do. But those are more for the chronically ill, more for the patients that really need it to get to sleep and the chronic ill.
Gotcha.
It is so nice to hear from you, Jason, because I think a lot of people do not understand. I mean, obviously, you yourself have been a beneficiary of this, but thank you very much for sharing your perspective. We appreciate it.
Jason McLeod from the Pharmacy Customer. Thanks a lot, Jason.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time, and
You're
please,
welcome.
Appreciate it.
Please spread the love. Thanks.
All this week at 12 noon Eastern, we take a look at the world of medical marijuana. Tomorrow, our special High Noon series takes you inside a marijuana seed farm.
The big business of growing weed for medical use specifically. We talk to a big investor and seed grower, noon Eastern tomorrow, only on Fox Business, always matching the